All right, what's good, everyone? Yeah, my volume was acting up again. It was my Bluetooth on. I always keep forgetting to turn that shit off. I don't know why recently I've been forgetting to turn it off. But I'm sure you guys can hear me now. But like the title said and what I was speaking about earlier, we need to start let your hate motivate you. There's nothing wrong with hating. It's just what you do with that energy. If you hate something, even when people say, "Oh, it's not good to be envious," or "You shouldn't be envious of people." No, like the envious and all that energy, that's actually a good thing because they always tell you the stories and situations of people who are envious of somebody and they never accomplish better what that person gives you. Like they'll when you think of somebody jealous of somebody, you always they always have you believe that when you're jealous of somebody or envious, you can't get what they have. But they never tell you the stories where there's individuals that seen somebody they were envious of, and years later they've superseded them. So because they let that energy of envious and man, I hate being in this position, and I that envy they let that they let that energy work for them to motivate them to be great. So now they're in an actually better position. So this is why I say all these emotions you want to use, especially hate, it's good to use that emotion. It's good because it actually makes you become better. Like a lot of you guys hate this system. If you hate this system, there's no point of like even me, I was lost in it. Like years ago, I was lost in it where I felt like I need to say, "Oh fuck this shit, fuck," and be all loud. And you really don't even really need to move like that because it mainly makes no sense because we all have a mission and a purpose down here that we came down here to do. So once you on that path, then you're like protected, you're shielded, and everything's gonna play out in your favor. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but it's gonna play out in your favor. Once you start getting into situations where people are fucking with you, let's just say somebody comes and they fuck with you, or you're in a position where you're somehow got blood on your hands. You're it's gonna look like these demons are attacking you, but anytime a demon is able to successfully attack you, you were in your ego and you weren't following your inner path. Because a demon can never succeed. If a demon can attack you, but there's different types of attack. There's an unjustly attack, and there's an attack that's kind of justified because you caused it. Most of you niggas get most of you niggas get attacked by these demons in a way where you had your hand in the jar, so therefore they were able to cut your finger off because the hand was in the jar. If your hand wasn't in the jar and they cut your finger off, that's an unjust attack. So karmically, they're gonna be fucked. And you will go through those experiences. This is part of the spiritual path, but they're gonna be fucked and it's gonna play out in your favor. But when you end up getting blood on your hands and doing all this, you're participating in. This is why I like all these people that talk about voodoo. Oh, he's sending magic, he's sending energy, he's sending this, and it's like they're not taking responsibility. Bitch, the only reason somebody could be in a position to actually send something to you is because you're in a fucked up position and you're playing into the whole orchestra and the whole play of that thing going on. You have your hands dirty. So like I said, you want to this is why it's good to always be in your righteous path so none of that shit can happen to you. This is why you want to let hate actually motivate you to get you to a better position in life. Like me, I was being really loud and talking hella shit on here, and I'm not saying I'm not gonna do that or it's wrong or bad because it's not nothing wrong or bad with really anything other than you not doing what you came down here to do. So if you're not doing your mission, that's the only bad thing. Anything else is out the window. So, but the reason I am trying to change up certain things is so I can get my message out clearly to a lot of people who actually want to receive the message and shit in a more positive way. Like not saying I care to morph my message in a certain way, but where I was kind of going a little overboard on certain things, and I know a lot of people are sensitive, and there's no reason for me to channel my hate through that avenue. It really makes no sense. So I can just use it to do what I gotta do, like my qigong, my yoga, all my shit. I just do that every fucking day. My qigong. I don't. I'm not doing it for any reason. I'm doing it because I said I'm gonna do it. So that's why I'm doing everything in my life. Like a lot of people say, why do you do qigong? Why do you fast? Why do you do this? I don't do it to make money. I don't do it to be spiritual. I don't do it for submission. Even though I may say that, I just say that so because I'm trying to teach you guys, and so I gotta say something so you guys can understand, know where I'm coming from. I don't do any of this shit for any of that shit. I do it because I said I'm gonna do it, and I want to do it, or I said I'm gonna do it. Even the shit I don't want to do, I don't want to do it at first, but anything you're supposed to do, you love doing it. So if you don't like doing it at first, that's the buffer. It's just like when you fucking smoke a cigarette or you get high the first time. It's like an intense, and it's like it's the first high you never get back. But after you do it, you're used to it. So it's the same fucking thing. It's what I call it, acquired taste. See what I'm saying? Acquired taste. So, and that even goes deeper to the whole breatharian, acquired taste. Remember I told you guys you don't need to eat to live, but yet they have words called acquired taste. That means you're so, but that's a whole nother video. I'll probably go later, but I don't want to get off topic. But like I said, man, we gotta let hate motivate you to be great. Be great. Don't let it just. Don't channel it into useless shit. Don't do like what I was doing and I was kind of doing, because I noticed that like even when you channel your hate negative, you give these demons ammunition to now do some shit to you. So you don't ever want to be in that position where you're giving these demons ammunition to do something to you. Because then at that point you can get caught up in a trap where now is like you're trying to fight with this demon and you get taken off path and you're wasting time. And then even if you do take that demon out, it doesn't matter because you can kill him and win the battle, but you wasted time. And that demon has nothing to lose. They're already so low in the underworld, like these Jews and these Masons. They're so low that like even if they were to say sorry and repent, they're still gonna have to go through like excruciating pain and hell, like on a spiritual level, like extremely bad that you can't fathom, like something you don't even want to imagine. They're gonna still have to go through that. So this is why they want to bring everybody low. Like their mission is to bring you lower, not have you evolve, because they can't evolve. They're so behind. Like it's gonna take them a long time because they have so much negative energy. So they want to bring. That's the demons they want to do. They want to bring you down. That's why they don't want. Like, why would they make the world better? Why would they? It's like imagine if you're broke and you're from a third world country, and somebody from America is telling you to give them a reference so you can make them a millionaire in America. It's like, why am I gonna make you a millionaire in America and I'm broke? That's how these Jews think. Why are we going to help you spiritually? Why are we going to give free resources and make it easier for you to be on your spiritual path? If we can't even evolve spiritually and we're not powerful like you, we don't have the gifts like you, nigga. We're stuck in hell. We're ugly as fuck. We're cursed. Our spirit's cursed. We got cursed genetics. We can't. So why are we going to make your life good if we don't have what you have? You see, that's how these motherfuckers think. So this is why I say we got to wake the fuck up and stop depending. Well, I'm not depending, but like other people, like they depend. Like when I say depend, I'm saying like you working a 9 to 5, you paying your water bill. That's depending. That's what I'm saying, depending. Like paying your water bill, because you have to go make their money to pay their water bill. Like all that shit needs to fucking go. That shit needs to go. That's another thing. A lot of people, even the whole hate and how you hate, motherfuckers get that from the government. The government hates. What do you think, inflation and all this other shit? They just hate differently because they have the power. They're in a situation, but like in this reality, you can never run away from yourself. No matter how many material things or how much power you have, there's certain things that you have to experience on an emotional, spiritual, and physical level. They experience this, but it's different because they have more money and shit, so they express it differently. So they hate all the time based upon the rules and the laws and all these regulations. Like they the people trigger them, so they have to do their shit. You see what I'm saying? And I've noticed recently my views have been being played with, my live stream views. I noticed that, like my live stream views, like when I speak on, like right now, it went to 0 right now. I know there's people in this fucking room. Like, what are the odds of everyone just going to it just going to 0? It's fucking weird. And then Jackie New left a comment and my shit said 0. And this was my last live stream. And right when I was like, I'm gonna end this live stream, it went back to 2. and Jackie New was in here when she cut when it said 0. So I know they're fucking with my shit. It's hella weird. Like it's hella weird. Because they watch everybody's shit. You guys think they just watch the big channels? If anything, they probably watch the small. They watch the small channels more. Because the big channels, you just got to make sure the big channels aren't talking about anything that's against the algorithm, and they have AI for that. But like the channels that they're trying to keep from going big, those channels they watch more than the big ones because they got to keep those ones. And the big ones, once you're a big channel, you're already most of the time just checked out by the algorithm. So whatever you're speaking about isn't onto anything. That's why you're in the algorithm for the most part. I'm not saying everyone. This is just for the most part. So those channels they don't really give a fuck about. Like the small channels are trying to keep from getting bigger, or maybe there'll be a channel that's big, but they don't want it to keep growing even bigger because they due to the algorithm back then and certain shit they may have let certain people gotten big that they didn't want to get big based on how they were acting, and then now they're big, so now they gotta fuck with their channel, fuck with their subscriptions and their views. Because you gotta remember, YouTube is a technology. Everything that has to do with computers and number like these technology devices, it's technology. So they created this app, this platform. It's all created in a certain way. So always keep that in mind. Like nothing is a mistake when it comes to the internet. It's not a mistake. They have certain like software and certain programs and shit that they use, and they create it so it can like it's like they create it so it can be like a um like a way they can control it, but it doesn't really seem like they're controlling it, but they're still controlling it. Yeah. Yeah, because like they be playing with the number. They are because you when you told me the sound was muffled, you when you left that comment saying the sound was muffled, there was zero people in here. Like how the fuck can there be 0 people in here if you just left the comment? And there's just some other weird shit as well. Yeah, yeah, but people really start. We gotta really stop. Well, like I said, I don't want to say we because I'm not part of this shit. So I don't really want to say we because I'm not part of it. But people need to have their government stop fucking being dependent on their government. Like people need to stop doing that shit. I don't know why people do that, but it's just and it's like people don't even want to do the work on themselves. Is like life is just making people do the work. Like even when you see these 9 to 5 jobs and shit, you seeing how they're laying everyone off. Pretty much, like a lot of these people who are being laid off, they're trying to find another job, but life already told you that's not natural, and you've been still doing the same bullshit. So now it's trickling down where like even the system is playing out where you can't even do that no more. So it's you're that far behind where now the system is telling you not to do something your spirit's been telling you not to do, and now it's your like now you need to find a new way to make your own living, which is actually just being yourself. It's not no fucking I gotta watch a financial guru and I'm gonna find this way to make money. That's not what the fuck it is. Because all those financial gurus, whatever they're doing to make money, is not rocket science. It's the energy behind what they're doing. That's what's making it work. Like it's to be rich. All the hard parts to being rich have nothing to do with learning how to make money or making money. All the hard parts to being rich have everything to do with nothing to do with money. And once you accomplish that, then the other shit is easy. But then people think it's the other way because of they're so backwards. But we gotta make your own, find out your own way, which is actually like being yourself. And it's really even not about the money, really. Like money is is really not even about it. Every single person I ever met in my life that wasn't a criminal that made money important, they were broke as fuck. And I'm not saying like, oh, they didn't have no money. They could have probably had some money, but they were broke. They always were never in a situation where they were abundant. Say as I watched my own video, I saw the views going down. Yeah, I think they're doing something with the views. Like they're update because they're always changing and updating the system all the time. Like remember I told you they're trying to make it worse and worse. So they're probably doing something with the numbers where they're like shadow banning people at a little bit more intensified rate, or they're fucking with the numbers a little bit harder. Probably because they're. I think it may have something to do with the election because there was this channel. This guy does not talk about nothing spiritual. If I tell you guys this nigga is a bot, he is a fucking bot. This nigga talks about the only thing he talks about how he hates working a 9 to 5 and some red pill shit. This nigga knows he doesn't talk about spirituality or nothing. Tell me why this nigga's page was getting up in subscribers, and in like his page was like very low in subscribers, and then he started getting numbers, and his subscribers started going up by the thousand. This nigga makes a video a couple days ago saying YouTube demonetized my channel. I will no longer be making videos on here. And then when I seen that, it was so weird. And then there was somebody else that talks about the same content that also has a lot of subscribers, and they were going through something in their personal life. And the same time that person went through that, this person gets demonetized. And I'm thinking that these Masons and shit, they be watching these channels. I don't even think it matters if you're even like speaking spiritual. If you're talking in a certain way, you could be a bot that doesn't believe in spirituality, is Catholic and Christian. But if you're speaking in a certain way that's against the system, they'll demonetize you and fuck with you because you're not speaking in a certain way. This is why when you see people that go viral and that they push, like the people like fucking Mr. Beast and shit, like those type of people, not people on that high level, but let's just say people like even a little bit below him, they all have a certain formula. They have a certain look because YouTube right now is in a position where it's Hollywood out. Is really no difference. It's getting to the point where it's no difference from Hollywood and YouTube. It's not like it's regular people can get on like that. Like you can, but even when you do get on, you got to be politically correct and speak a certain way, or they will fuck with your numbers. A lot of people that they don't see that, and like when they demonetize that guy's channel, and he hasn't made a video since. He's like, if I don't get this resolved, then appeal it. And it's funny because he showed the email, and he's like, if you want to appeal, start the appeal process. And to appeal a demonetization, you have to send them a fucking video. That's hella weird. Like, wow, what? You gotta send them a video talking to them, like pretty much you gotta like convince them and dance for them like why you need your channel back. Like that, the fuck is that? It's weird. So when I seen that, I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. And this all happened like recently. This is right now. And remember I told you that they're fucking with my numbers? I think it maybe might have something to do with this election. I'm not sure. May have something to do with the election, but they're clamping down. They don't want just anybody just speaking how they want to speak. And this guy, like most of this guy's videos is don't work a 9 to 5. And like literally every title he talks about is don't work a 9 to 5. And I always see them on my recommendation and shit. And it's so fucking funny. I'm like, and then they took his channel now. So I guess what he was saying, and his channel was getting up there, like it was getting like in the thousands of views. And recently it was just not even like that, like about a month ago or some shit. So they demonetized this shit, and he's like, I'm not making videos. So their plan worked. So they got him to not make videos, and this is what they do every fucking day. He said, I saw that dude too. I think it's the same guy that we're talking about. And I'm like, this guy is like, he's a fucking bot, like a straight like bot, and like they straight up demonetize his shit. So they're really not playing. This is why I tell you guys, like, even when you are on YouTube and you're making money, you need to understand that money can easily take a dive. You can easily just lose subscription. Even what you see with Mr. Beast, you see how they're trying to slander his name. They're saying, oh, he's fucks little girls now, or he's with underage people in his fucking PR group, or people in his circle, his team. I guess like some of them like to fuck with kids, and then they're just trying to put on him, and it's like, oh, he said this about black people. They like at the end of the fucking day, like as far as like the kid shit, obviously, like if they did some crazy shit, there's a reason to hate. But as far as like, oh, he said the N-word. Nigga, what white person hasn't said the fucking N-word? Use your common fucking sense. There's white people I know, they say I'm cool with black people, but if a black person pisses me off, I say the N-word just to piss them off. I'm not racist. But and I'm not saying that's good, but use your common sense. You can't go and start pulling up people and then ruin a whole shit with the work and shit they did just because somebody says something. Like, how the fuck are we gonna just do that? Like, I said some shit. We all say some shit. What human beings don't say some shit? But you see how they try to tarnish? So now he's in a situation where, and this it comes with the territory. Anytime you're with anything in life, there's always going to be a rise, a peak, and a fall, and then the birth and the destruction, all that. It's normal. But like the thing is, like these people who are in like the whole industry and shit, they don't see it coming. So now when the shit actually hits the fan, now they're all surprised, and then people are like, oh, the people who are outside looking in are like, oh, he got turned. Look at him, he failed or he fucked up, and they're looking at it like, no, bitch, happens to everyone. If you're on that position, if you're in his position, they'll bring you down eventually. And even if they don't bring you down, let's just say the Jews don't fuck with you, if you still not on the spiritual path, the spirit's gonna fuck with you and make you look stupid in front of everyone. So the Jews don't even gotta those faggot Jews and Masons, they don't gotta do shit. All they gotta do really is, well, they don't gotta do shit. The spirit is gonna make you look stupid. So they can the Jews could be giving you all the clout and shit, and you be thinking you living a life, and the spirit come and take your stupid ass out, like these dumbass faggot Jewish fucks. A lot of them they be getting their karma behind closed doors. These motherfuckers, like, fuck those. Like, they begin they karma. They out here thinking like, oh, I run the world. I do this. And there's some of these niggas. They be like, oh, I run the world. I do this. I do that. I do this. Next day, they dead. These niggas like 80 years old. I have these accomplishments. I have these accomplishments. These niggas the next day they sick. They dead because there's some they got attacked or some karma came back and killed them. So like that's the worst hell for them. They live 80 years, get those accomplishments, to do all these things just to fucking die in the most horrible way, unexpectedly, because they're fucking stupid. They get in an accident or some shit. Because like that karma that they creating the system and manipulating people, if they're not on their P's and Q's spiritually, then that energy could come seep in and take them the fuck out. And some of these niggas, they slip up spiritually and they get like an opening happens, and then that energy could come and like karma could come and take them out. That's why some of them be like, they don't be living. They don't, like, some of them do get their karma on a daily basis, not just, oh, they don't, like, some of them do. Yeah, fuck these niggas though, man. Like this shit is crazy. And then when I see people's brain and people's mind the way it is, it like I remember I said in my last live stream, there's only a few handful of people on this planet right now. Everybody's programmed. Oh man, when I say that, man, it's getting worse, bro. Like this shit is crazy. Like I literally feel like I can't even talk to nobody no more. Like, I don't get me wrong, I talk to people obviously, but I literally feel like I don't get lonely like that because I don't really give a fuck about, because I'd rather be alone than be with people I don't agree with. But when I tell you guys, like, it feels alone, I don't give a fuck if it's people I'm cool with or what, like, because everyone has that Mason mind. Like, you guys don't understand that shit runs deep, and it upsets me. It upsets me to the point, like, I feel like sometimes people can pick up on it because I see certain people, I fucking hate their energy. That's the way they talk, the way they act. I just hate it. And like, I feel like they could pick up on it because then they start acting a certain way. And then I'm like the other day, I was gonna go get some ice. I went to the 7-Eleven to get ice. And I got, like, they sell the ice by the cups because I like to have a whole bunch of ice. So when I do my fast and do my cleansing, I like to just drink ice water, cold ass water, and like dump it on me. It's been hot as fuck lately. I don't like to buy the big ass bag because it costs like $3. I'm not gonna waste $3. I go to 7-Eleven, they charge me 25 cents for a big ass cup. I get like ice for like 2 days and shit. So I went and got the ice. The bitch is like, okay, you can get the ice. You don't have to pay for the ice. I'm like, okay, I don't pay for the ice. She just let me go. And it was a black girl. She's like, oh, what's up, everybody? Hey, and she was all being cool and nice. This was the first day. And mind you, what I'm about to tell you, this scenario happened many times, or at least 3 other times to me. What I'm about to tell you. So she gave me the ice. She's like, oh, here, you can just go get the ice. You don't have to pay. And then she was smiling and all talking to me. The next day I came in, he was all smiling, talking to me. I did the same thing. The third day I came in, she had an attitude for no reason. And I'm like, and in my mind, like, why the fuck you have an attitude? I didn't say this to her. I'm like, why the fuck you have an attitude? Like, I never said nothing to you. You're just cool with me. And then now you have an attitude. And I'm thinking, because she thinks I'm gonna give her free ice. I don't know what it is, but in my mind, I'm thinking like, in my mind, I'm like, you don't have to give me free ice. I could pay for the fucking ice. It's $1 or 50 cents. I don't give a fuck about it. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, maybe that's it. And then the next I went, same attitude. And what I'm realizing is people are so programmed to create hell. People take on emotional responsibilities they don't need to. She took on an emotional responsibility she didn't need to. She decided to get upset for no reason. So at the end of her workday, she's gonna go home. Oh, I hate dealing with these customers. I hate dealing with this. But it's like, no one did nothing to you. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes some people do something, but you got to understand a lot of these bots, they've been programmed. This is all from the system. These bots don't. This is all programmed. The system programs you to find problems in nothing. So this is why you hear a saying called familiarity breeds toxicity. Have you ever heard that? Familiarity breeds toxicity. That is something that's programmed. And it's like kind of like when you eat the same thing every day, you don't really want to eat it no more. But they program people where if you experiencing something and it has nothing to do with you or no disrespect, you're gonna start becoming toxic. And this is what this bitch was. And this was the second time this happened. The other time it happened at Starbucks a month ago. This happened at Starbucks when I was there a month ago. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and when I said I see this shit on so many levels. And I'm like, this is why people's lives are miserable. This is why there's so many niggas who get shot in the hood. Like they'll sit there and say, oh, people in the hood need to stop killing each other. At the end of the day, people need to wake the fuck up and people need to become aware with knowledge. So therefore people don't kill each other. People aren't gonna stop killing each other at the end of the fucking day. Because everybody has a lot of toxicity, a lot of programs, and there's a lot of shit that's already been done that really can't even really go back, or it's gonna take a lot of shadow work to go back. So a lot of this shit is just a lot of deep programming, and like it shit is crazy. This shit is ludicrous, man. I'm like, and I was like, I didn't even do nothing to the bitch. And shit, they have an attitude. And let's just say I was on some nigga shit. And I was like, why you have an attitude with me, bitch? And I started throwing shit and destroying the store. Let's just say I took it to that level. And somebody got hurt. And the news people came, and you guys seen the story on the news. It's gonna tell you some black man got angry at a clerk. They're not gonna say, oh, some clerk was having an attitude. You see, they're not gonna say that. Shit is crazy. And I'm not saying I'm gonna go and do that or is necessary, but I'm just giving you guys like the rundown of like how this shit goes. Like people have been programmed to have like an attitude or have a problem or make it be an issue. That's just what it is. This is why you have to deal with people who are on a spiritual path or on a mission or on a purpose, or if it's a bot, make sure it's about making some money. And not to say those can't go wrong, but at least if those go wrong, there's a reason. Like at least it was for something, and shit was being done. In the meantime, you learn something, you produce something. That's why I don't really fuck with most people, because that's how it is. It's like it's a program. They'll find a reason, they'll find a problem, and it's like they don't know they're doing it. That's the thing, they don't know they're doing it because everybody is doing what they think they're supposed to do. So it's like a subconscious program. They'll find a situation, like all of a sudden they'll have like an attitude for no reason, because they're not in control of their inner world. So therefore outer external influences can control that, because you can control all of that. And these are the same people who they're living in their own hell, because when they experience these attitudes, you're in hell. No one's told you. You don't have, nobody wants to be upset and angry. Could think about it like this. People who choose those attitudes for no reason, everyone wants to feel happy. You see what I'm saying? So nobody wants to feel like that. So this is why I say that they're taking on emotional responsibilities that they don't really need to take on, and they don't know they're taking on. You got to keep that in mind. And it's crazy. And then when you have an attitude, then they want to make it look like you're the problem, or you're the issue, or why are you upset? Why you're angry? No, like if I have an attitude, there's a reason I have an attitude. Like it takes a while for me to get an attitude. If I get an attitude, something's being broken, something's being destroyed. Because whatever I do, I go hard in it. Like like me, I'm like a polarity. I'm like either a healer or I'm a destroyer. Is That's what I am. I heal or I destroy. So yeah, so dude, everyone be entertaining and acting like someone else. Exactly. I fucking hate that shit. Say someone see you interacting with 12 people. Or I don't know if it's 12 people, but you're only interacting with a handful of people. You're not interacting with that many people. That's one thing we gotta understand. That's one thing we gotta understand. And I've already known that. This is why I see, and the programs change over the years. Like over the years, you will see the program change. Like the average bot is not the same bot as 2017. The program changed because you got to understand, as social media changes, then the bot is going to change because social media and what's presented on social media and the bot or people in general are correlated. The only reason Gen Z thinks that they know everything is because of social media. Gen Z hasn't experienced shit, so technically they don't know shit, but they think they do because of social media. So this is why the reason Gen Z is the way they are is because of social media. So anybody wants to complain about Gen Z, what the fuck? Because think about what the fuck does Gen Z do all day? They don't do nothing. Gen Z's not going to go climb Mount Everest. They're not going out there to go and create a fucking strip club to go out and make money and create a business and fuck with females and got a whole gang of motion going on. They're not doing that. So what are they doing? They're working shitty ass jobs because they're not obviously working careers, not that many of them at least, because they're not hiring them. So they're working shitty jobs and they're on social media, on gaming platforms. But yet they know more than the boomers, which fuck the boomers, but the boomers have experience. They've actually done some shit, which you can say it was because the government allows certain things, and but whatever the thing is, they've done it. So what the fuck do they know? So this is why I say like social media is a contributor of what's going on in the person's mind. This is why Gen Z acts the way they do. And like you can't blame them because how can you not feel entitled if you're like fucking in high school and then you see somebody who's like 18 making $1 million a month on TikTok, then why the fuck would you want to go to school? And then you see nobody's hiring for these degrees and you see everyone's getting laid off in inflation. How can you expect them to not feel fucking entitled? Like they create this situation and then get pissed when they feel, oh, they're lazy, they don't want to work. Obviously, they don't want to fucking work and waste their time if they see somebody making money online not doing shit. You're sitting here paying this nigga $10,000 a month just to fucking talk about bullshit, and then you get mad when they don't want to work a shitty job, but you paying this fucking puppet to go, like, it doesn't make sense. So, but always understand that as social media evolves, you're gonna see a lot more. Um, People are gonna become more lost, depressed, because this is why they want everybody on social media. Because think about it. I remember I was watching this one TikTok video, and then the girl was like, "I don't do nothing all day but wake up, go to work, come home, and watch videos." And like there were so many people I seen doing that, and then I'm like, "This is what they're trying to do. Um, they're trying to make it where everybody's on the internet because when you're on the internet, you're making every time you watch a video, somebody gets money because human beings are energy batteries. This is how they look at human beings. So when you click something, you're making money. When you click on a newsletter, when you read something, when you purchase a little like bullshit subscription to Netflix, like all of that makes money. So if so many people are depressed on at home and on the internet, everyone's gonna make money. Everyone's gonna be clicking on the internet, making views, click per pay, because that's pretty much what the internet is on a certain level. So now if more people are who don't know themselves are at home, not waking up, then they can use those people to click, because people say, oh, I want to open a YouTube channel to sell my product. But okay, if you open a YouTube channel to sell your product, you want to sell your product to people who will buy your product. But everyone who's going to buy your product, most of the people who are going to buy your product have to be people who are in a lesser position to you, who don't want to actually better themselves to keep the wheel rotating. If everyone who watched a financial guru's channel bettered themselves, the world would be great, because if that were to happen, the system will collapse. The government will be gone because people will be awake. But for the system to keep going like it is now with capitalism economy, there has to be a lot of people who don't use the information. So you can there'll always be a bank of people to use the information. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it needs to be like that and everybody needs to know. Everybody needs to be awake, because if everybody took the information and applied it and did the work, then the system will collapse, which is a good thing. We want that. So I do want people to wake up. But as far as economy and say, oh, I want to open a YouTube channel so I can make some money and make sell my product. But if that's the case, then you're gonna need a bunch of dumb bots and sheep who are depressed and don't have nothing going on in your life, so they can watch your content and watch and buy your product, or whatever that is. If it's like a stupid ass like gaming channel and somebody wants to sell like a skin to the gun, or for and it's like the content creator created some shit and you could, well, this stupid shit. You see what I'm saying? But this is how they have to do it. So like this is why like I feel like they're trying to get everybody inside to just be on the internet, and then they can just generate money to the people who are on the internet and capitalize off this shit. Because pretty soon everything's gonna be on the internet, like 9 to 5 jobs and all that. I don't think they're gonna get rid of jobs. Like when you see like, oh, the economy and nobody's hiring, don't think there's gonna be no more jobs. Like there has to be in some way. So they're gonna probably make bullshit online jobs and then pay people online. And at that point, everybody would just be online. And then even then, like right now, like everyone's gonna be old, like boomers and shit. Like pretty much in the next 30 years, over like way well over 50% of people are gonna be boomers, old as fuck. Like there's not gonna be that many young people, because all of us in the next 30, 40 years are gonna be like old as fuck. And there's no that many young people. So by that time, what are they gonna do with all those old people? They're either gonna kill them off, or if you're not able to work, they're gonna kill you off. This is why I say people need to wake the fuck up, so you're not in a situation where they kill people off because people are just like still dependent on their shit. That's probably why they gotta have those jobs online. So now when you're old as fuck and you can't do any of the physical work because you're so unhealthy, because you all the shit you ate, you can't have an excuse you can't work, because nigga, your ass can go on a computer and click. So you'll be like, at that point, that means you're gonna be 100. If you live to 100, if you don't got something going on, you're still gonna be working. Because at that, if they're having old people who are 80 work at Walmart in the cash register, if they have jobs online, you better believe there's no more retirement. You could be 100. They're gonna have you work, because if they're having an 80-year-old work and at Walmart a physical job, then when they have the little shitty jobs online, if you're trapped in that shit, you're gonna have to work for the rest of your life. You're just not gonna, oh, I'm too old, nigga. You're on the computer. You're just clicking. There's nothing wrong. You see what I'm saying? That's what they keep, and then notice how they keep raising the retirement age. And it's like, at the end of the day, no, who the fuck retires really? Every successful rich person I've seen, they don't retire. They're old as fuck. They don't retire. Like I don't even know anyone. The only people who retire are people who work those career jobs and shit. And that was like back in the day. Nowadays, because you're you're supposed to create, by that time of retirement, you should have something going where you have passive income. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said, no, the AI will do it. The AI will do what? The AI will do what? You said do the jobs. It's not like, you guys understand. Like AI is not. AI can do it, but it doesn't mean AI will do it. Like it, you guys gotta understand. Like that's not what's gonna happen. Not like no. Like that's what I'm saying. The, everything is created. There's nothing like they create the jobs. There doesn't need to be jobs. You don't even have to do all the jobs we've been doing. Why did they have AI do it then? If you say AI's gonna do the jobs, why haven't AI been doing the jobs? And I'm not like hating on you or nothing. I'm just trying to try to get you to understand what you're saying. If AIs can do the jobs, then why haven't AI did the jobs at McDonald's, Burger King these past 30, 40 years? The reason why is because they didn't want it to be like that, because they didn't want the system like that. So, like, yeah, AI can do it, but will AI do it? Most likely not. AI is going to do certain things, but then when they create the AI, they're going to create the AI in a way so a human being can work on the AI from behind scenes, so the AI can do the work. So the AI is going to be doing work, but you're going to be operating the AI. Because when they create the whole AI, when they make the blueprint of AI, they make it in such a fashion where a human being has to operate on the AI through a 9 to 5 scenario for the AI to work. So they create the AI through a blueprint so it can create other jobs. So you're always going to be working. Like, I don't think it's going to be where AI just does everything completely. If they can do that, I don't think they're going to do that, because they want human beings to be working so they can extract your energy. Remember, labor is the product. If that was the case, why don't you just kill all humans and just make AI? Like, why try to go through all this hell trying to control? Because there's something about the human that they need. You see what I'm saying? And if the human doesn't produce that, then that's what they don't like. They just like what the human can produce. They hate the human, but they like what it can produce. Eventually, AI will be supervisor. It's gonna replace the governments. I feel eventually. There'll always be a human being running shit in the top, but they could make it where the AI runs it from like a government level. Just like the government doesn't run shit, but the government's still the government. And then you got the people who run it. The government just could be replaced with just artificial intelligence. So I think that could be a possibility. At that point, it's a wrap because. But if you think about it though, like, AI is pretty much already here. Like I said, we got organic AI, organic AI. Try going to DMV and try getting a license without having your birth certificate. Try to convince them. There's no way you're convincing them. So that's AI. You see what I'm saying? So we already try, if a police pulls you over with 2 bricks and you got fucking money on you and a bunch of illegal shit that you're not supposed to have. You're not talking your way out of that. There's no way you can get out of that situation, especially bleeding somebody with my skin. So that's AI. You can't convince it. So we already have a small form of AI. So don't even think that we don't have AI. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go on my other phone because this phone's running. This iPad's running out of battery. I was thinking about getting me the bigger iPad, the other one, but I don't know if I want to get it or not. Damn, I hope this shit don't run out of batteries. It's low key already like that when you get reported AI distributes violation. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Like, AI's got to get a lot more. Like, they have something in where I'm from, like kind of where I stay at. Well, it was like about 2 hours where I stay out in Oakland. They have uh, like an AI that catches people parking in the wrong spot. They said before they had this AI, they will catch like 22 people over a 6 month period who are doing violations of parking in the wrong spot. With the AI, they found like 700. So talk about fucking invading privacy. That's just fucking crazy. Like, they found 700 violations, because people will go and park real quick and then they'll leave. But then some people they park and then they catch them. They only caught 22, but when they had that AI, every single person that parked there, the camera will record 10 seconds of the vehicle parked there, will save the vehicle, and it will send you a thing in the mail. And if you refute it, they'll have the video of your vehicle just sitting there for 10 seconds, because it's a 10-second video of your vehicle being parked. They keep that and they show you that when if you want to dispute it. Like, this is fucking retarded. This is AI, and then it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna be able to pick up on conversation. So let's just say if you're arguing with somebody and your voice is getting loud and you're cussing, they can be alerted like there's some aggression, hostility in this region, and they can send police to look at that area. You see what I'm saying? That's how they're gonna. This is what they're gonna do with AI if people don't wake up. They're gonna use it on certain, like, different things. And then hackers are gonna be able to pick up on your conversation. They're gonna have a lot of hack, like even with the dark web in the future, they're gonna probably have a lot of hacking shit with dark web. They already have a lot of shit like Wi-Fi jammers and all that. Hold on, let me go. They have a lot of stuff you can pick up. Let me go on my phone because okay, enter the studio. I don't know why it's taking forever. Damn. Okay. Oh, shut the fuck up. Damn, all right, hold on. Yeah. I had to switch up my phone because I'm at the okay. I'm gonna read some of the comments. AI can program into AI can program itself. Even Elon Musk say AI is getting out of control. Warns people. If it can program itself, that means it's been programmed to program itself. So it's still programmed, and it can only program itself to a certain level. It's not like it can go and bring something out of nothing. Damn, it's annoying. Because at the end of the day, somebody has to program AI to be able, and whoever programs it, that's its intelligence. It's like it can't bring anything. It's not like your spirit, where it's like it creates anything. It has to have a like it has to have a blueprint. Like AI needs a blueprint. Like even if you want to say, oh, AI can make music, but it didn't create the concept of music. It's using something human beings already created. That's all AI is. It can never create shit. It can just use a human being what a human being is doing. So a human has to program it to program itself. And even the stuff that the AI programs himself with is going to be shit we already did, like in a way, like we already did it. It's just going to be, it may be a little quicker, stronger, whatever, but it's not like I say, it can't create something out of nothing. Like, because it's a fucking AI. It'll always be a piece of shit AI. And even all the shit you want to say AI is good about is really not even that is not all that up to be. Like, who really gives a shit? Like, oh, I can create a fucking picture and then this. Like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? That's not important. This is what the fuck is that gonna do? It's just shit for your entertainment. It's not shit anything that's actually of substance of value. It's like, oh, I have AI to for my stock market. Well, yeah, it's good. You can make money, but at the same time, the motherfuckers who run this shit, they don't need stock. They don't need that because whatever whatever that you think you need AI for, the people run this shit, they don't need AI for that. If anything, they need AI to control you. If anything, that's why they created it to control you. You're like, oh, AI helps with this, AI helps with that, but yet the people run this, they don't use AI for that. Why the fuck would they use AI for stock market, for doing this, or for doing that, if they could just go in and have it already it already made? You see what I'm saying? Like, why would they use stock market AI for stock market if they could just get the resource they need? If they need a house built, then go get the best fucking masons and builders to build the fucking house for you in the location and then move the fuck in there. Why would you go out and start dealing with the real estate agents and, oh, I gotta go get a house and all? Like, so therefore you don't need AI for fucking stocks to get money to buy a house and all that dumb shit. That's for the people. Yeah, fuck Elon Musk. I hate that motherfucker. I think that nigga's a robot. He has a robotic implant in his body, in his mind. He has a neural link in his mind. Elon Musk. I think so. I believe he has the neural link. That's why he looks hella weird. You guys always see his face. He's like he's always like
has a dazed look, and he just looks weird. Like he don't look because he has that neural chip in his mind. They're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if one day they come out. Oh, Elon Musk has a neural chip, and they're gonna make you think that he just got it recently, but that bitch ass nigga probably already has it. Like, well, think about it. If he's talking about the neural chip, wouldn't you think he put it in his brain? Because he put it in his brain. So don't you think he's gonna do that? Who's to know that that's the reason why he's able to fucking like I don't know, like I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker does, but because I don't even think he even created any of those inventions. But let's just say he did. Maybe he used a chip to help him more efficient to think faster to create that shit. And to be honest, you don't need that chip to do all of the Qigong and building up energy. This shit it supersedes all of that. You don't need all that. Like all these people, they'll buy all these things because what they're gonna use that neural chip. What they're gonna do with that neural chip is they're gonna try to make it where I wouldn't be surprised if they try to make some type of digital drugs with that shit to make people high off that and tap into like the bliss aspect and get you like a synthetic high. Because when you put that chip in you, you can the person who controls that chip, whoever put that chip in you, they're gonna need to take it out of you whenever you want to get. So if you get that chip in you, you can't take that shit out. You can't just what are you gonna get a knife and dig in your skull? So like that fucking chip, once you put that shit in you, whoever controls that chip, they control you. They can even like make it where they can like make you hallucinate and shit with that chip and make you go crazy. That's why like that shit is I don't know why they're pushing that. Because like if you talking like if you listen to you on YouTube and you talking shit about the government, if you got a chip in you, they can just start making your chip go crazy. And now, oh, you got depression now. Like why you got depression? Is because of fucking I don't know. It's because they fucking with your shit. That's why they want people on it. So now they you can't even they have a control over you. This shit's funny as fuck though. That nigga got a chip in his brain though. Elon Musk, you got a chip. I think so. He's into that. He probably fucks robotic shit too. Nigga's weird. Like I just see it. I could feel the energy. He got a weird ass energy. The nigga probably not even attracted to human flesh. Nigga, he needs some shit, some metallic shit, some metal, some robotic shit. Or like it probably is human flesh, but it's like synthetic human flesh. Like it's like the shit they made in the lab. So they put it over a robot. So like instead of getting the pussy, the real, they just go and create a synthetic robot with synthetic skin. That's probably what he does. Mrs. He's an AI program himself. It's not God. How can something that the human oh shit. Damn. Damn. I gotta go, guys. Actually, let me see. I think I'm gonna go, guys. Yeah, I gotta go do something. I'm gonna hit you guys up later. It was good talking to everyone though. I gotta go do something. I just got a message. Yeah. So his hair is looking great and nice. For real. Yeah. I don't trust anybody to be honest, like when it comes to these puppets. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see something. I might not need to go. I'll probably go a little later. No, I'm God. I always handle my business. I got a lot of things going, but I always handle my shit. I don't say everything on here. After these motherfuckers they took down my channel, I don't know, man. Like I don't like to say everything I'm doing on here because I don't want to be I don't know. I don't want to be gang stalked or nothing like that. No bullshit happening to me. That's why like because a lot of the things I was doing, like I told you guys about all this theft and all the when I was doing all that shit and the 7-Eleven, like all that. Like I don't. Yeah, I have to cut back from that because I don't know who's watching this shit. A lot of weird ass motherfuckers like watching this shit. Like it's weird because I made certain videos where I did a lot of crazy shit, and then remember when I went to 7-Eleven and I pissed all over the ground on 7-Eleven? It's funny because after I did that, they banned my channel and like were doing some weird shit and was playing with my shit. And like after that, I was like, I'm not really saying anything on here because I don't know who's watching my shit. But I am going to be going out of state next month, and I'm about to be going to Atlanta or Georgia. I got family out there, so I'm gonna go see them. I really don't like going out there, but I'm gonna go visit the family. That's the main reason. If I do go out to Georgia though, I like to go out to the country because that's where I got family. Like they live in the country area. If I do go out there, like like the southern towns, like they in the country, like especially I'm doing my Qigong, so I'm gonna go out. It's gonna be quiet because like I gotta get the fuck away from the city. Yeah, like, yeah, my dad. So I'm gonna go visit my dad. He's out there too. I'm gonna go stay out there for a week. So they got like one thing I like it. They got like nice scenery, nice area. So I'm gonna be going out there and I'll be able to do my Qigong and show you guys the better like things. It's not hectic and a lot of fucking homeless motherfuckers around and people just nosy and shit. Yeah, yeah. But it's gonna be fun and stuff. Okay. All right, guys. Though, but I'm gonna end this live stream. I'm gonna be back a little bit later, and I'm out. Peace.